fun time, and I hope you're liking what you see. I certainly am. Thank you. We also got ourselves $100 from Scott HW. They say, love GDQ and all the good it does for the community. Let's get that Sailor Moon incentive met. And chat, y'all are waking up for it. I do appreciate it. 1,720 out of 15,000. And we are nearly at $1.91 million. All these things that are happening are very good. They're very good. Continue doing it. Continue putting those amazing donations towards that Sailor Moon incentive. Thank you so much. And we also have $250 from Azriel saying, happy to finally have the funds to donate this year. Well, thank you very much for thinking about GDQ and helping the PCF with their mission to stop cancer before it starts. And alrighty, everybody, we are now ready to rock for Wario Land. So, hey, Kirbymastah, what are you waiting for? Let's go!
Hello. I am Kirbyman. Okay. I was just so taken aback by how amazing that Wario impression was. And I'm just like, wait, oh crap, we're live. Oops. Well, wow. Hi, I'm Kirby. And up on commentary is another runner named TheMcRaezy.
Yeah, hello, I'm McCrazy. I've been running this game for quite a while as well, but yeah, I'm very glad to be here. It's an honor, to be fair. But yeah, here's hoping that Kirby does really good here.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell from this title screen demo, this game is very motion control centered. Look at the gimmicks. Look at the Wiimote gimmicks. It's great. So you're going to see a lot of that, but we'll introduce the game in a bit. But for now, we have to enjoy this 3.5 minutes of glorious wanime at the start. So get your timers ready. If you have the timer ready? Yep, awesome. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so yeah, this is the 5th Wario Land game in the series of Wario Land games. There's Wario Land 1, 2, 3, 4, very creative. And then there's Wario Land 5, except not really. It's called Wario Land Shake It, or at least in the North American version. In the European version, it's called Wario Land The Shake Dimension. Yes. I prefer Shake It because I'm American, but if you think Shake It Dimension is a lot cooler of a name, then feel free to voice your opinion with your donations. But yeah, this game plays just like the previous Wario games. It's basically a kind of a shoulder bash in spamming platformer where you're looking around getting coins, getting treasures. You want to be rich, you're Wario, you're greedy, and there's a lot of secrets and levels that you can find through hidden paths and stuff. Oh yeah, the premise of this actual game. Oh yeah, as we enjoy this glorious wanime, there's this nerd named the Shake King. He's kind of rude, and he has this giant bag that has this bottomless sack of coins that will just entirely ruin the economy of any country. And he also, and he also kidnaps a princess, or a queen. I think she's a queen.
Yeah, she's the queen. Queen Merelda, I think it is.
That sounds right. You can tell I have not read this because whenever I like reset for runs, I literally just like go to the bathroom or get some water or get a snack because we just have,
I think we all do, really.
It's like, why am I sitting here for 3.5 minutes watching this for the millionth time in every attempt? But
I think for the amount of times that people have started runs for this game, it could probably, well, just for like 200 attempts, I think it goes upwards of 10 hours mostly, or 200 attempts.
Yeah.
I think I calculated before. It's really ridiculous how long this can actually, add to the run.
Happy birthday, Wario. We got a gift for you. Got a beautiful, wonderful gift for you.
Where did all the card go?
Mario, a little present from me to you. The real treasure's inside. Enjoy.
That's Captain Syrup, by the way. She's kind of like a rival slash friend slash antagonist, kind of. She's devious. But
they're very friendly.
Yeah, she's very friendly. She has nothing planned at all. No.
It definitely doesn't have anything planned.
Nope.
No, nothing devious or nothing that would be anything bad to Wario or anything like that.
But
not gonna make Wario do all the work or anything like that. Nah.
Yeah. This little green guy, he kind of escaped from the Shake King's clutches. So like they're giving exposition right now. But the too long don't read version is basically he's getting Wario for help. And he wants Wario to save the queen. Wario is clearly very interested in it as he picks his nose. And then he mentions the bottomless stack of coins, and Wario is suddenly very interested. Spoiler alert. Look at that. Very friendly hero, am I right? But But yeah, so our goal is to beat the Shake King, the final boss. And in order to do that, we have to beat the 5 area bosses. There are 5 areas in the game, or by platformer terms, worlds. And each area has 4 levels on the boss. So basically, in each level, we need to get to the end of the level, rescue the captured Merfolk, or whatever they're called. I don't remember what they're called.
They're called Merfolks.
Merfolks, okay, cool.
Just to make sure.
And then you have to escape and get back to the start of the stage. Similar to how the escape sequence works in Wario Land 4. Also, shoutouts to Bud, PG-13 stream. So basically, yeah, you have to do that for 4 stages in the area, and then after you do that, you have to beat the boss of the area. Do that for all 5 areas, and you can fight the Shake King. Thing to note though, in order to unlock an area, we need to buy the area map. And
we require 501,000 coins to beat the game, so throughout this entire speedrun, we have to route coins into the run in order to buy those area maps.
Right.
They're required for us to move on.
And it's a bit more complicated than just find the fastest 501,000 coins in the game, because the later areas are more and more dense with coins. For example, there are big bags in Area 1 that give you 3,000 coins each. But in Area 5, each big bag gives you 7,000 coins, which is more than double. So yeah, the coin values just drastically go up, but the later areas cost more to buy to unlock, basically. So like the Area 2 map costs 50,000 coins, but the Area 5 map costs 200,000 coins. So 99% of people who play this game will have gone from areas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this speedrun, we're gonna not be doing that order.
Yeah, we'll be doing the areas in the order of 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4, because we want to go to Area 5 to get as much money there. Well, it's better to get money there anyway, so it's always good. Here we go. We got the sweet stuff here.
Yeah, this is a tutorial stage, similar to the tutorial one from Wario Land 4. Very helpful billboards teaching you how to play the game. And Wario can crawl.
All right, so we've got throwing mechanics here, which have to use you have to use the tilt controls in order to actually angle. So you hold the control to the side and then tilt left and right to change the angle. Yeah, so you can change what. Oh, okay. Also that there, the ground pound. Instead of actually waiting for, you see that charge bar at the top. If we shake the control while on the ground, you can actually do an earth shake punch, is what it's called. So for that part, what we just did there is the ground pound. Is basically to avoid having to use the earth shake punch again. So because it takes a while for it to come back, and doing the ground pound there on the ground would just to save us a little bit of time, just so we don't have to fully wait for another charge of the bar before we can move on to the next one, just to get that golden enemy. There we go.
And this thing here is called a dasherator. So when you enter it, you enter dash mode and you just go fast. Obviously, you want to be in dash mode as much as possible whenever you can, and you stay in dash mode until you bonk something or you skid like I just did. And this is the end of the stage. So that's the Merfolk we just rescued. Now we need to escape before the time limit.
There we go. So just have to get some extra coins throughout these run sections just to make sure we're all good for the upcoming section. Usually about 1,800 we'd estimate for this level at least. But you can grab a couple of the extra coins if possible, but that's it. You can easily get money back later, so it's not a huge deal about getting the exact amount of money, because there is like other levels later which we can get a lot more money because they're auto-scrollers, and we'll come to that at some point.
Yeah, so I actually have my live split open as well, and it lists out my expected coin count for each stage. So I want to exit the tutorial stage with 9,800 coins ideally. I exited with 9,790, so I'm 10 short, which is fine, not a big deal. Oh yeah, hardest menu in the game there. So that's the shop. You can buy area maps there, and Syrup gives us a discount for Area 1, which only costs 1,000. But yeah. Area 2 costs 50,000, Area 3 costs 100,000, Area 4 costs 150,000, and then Area 5 costs 200,000. So we need a lot of money in this game. Yeah. You can also buy like extra heart containers, but we don't care about that.
They're not required for this. You should be fine. Although it would make some things easier in some of the other runs, such as 100%, because there is some missions such as the one in, I think it's Wind? No, it's not Windbreak. Is it Creep Blue Sea, where you have to avoid breaking your submarine?
All right, Stone Carving City. This song is in Brawl, by the way. Was it in Smash 4? I don't remember.
All right. I think it is in. I think it's in the most recent Smash as well, in Smash Ultimate as well, if I remember correctly. All right, but yeah, what just happened there is Kirby just jumped through the loading zone, did a dash jump through the loading zone, which put his feet on the ground after the screen transition, where you want to just keep shaking, just so you can immediately shake upon the entering of that room. Just so we do use that in a couple of situations, basically to do the Earthshake punches, just to in order to activate some mechanisms. There's going to be a couple that we're going to need throughout the round, but you know, those usually quite valuable to jump in those sections, just to allow ourselves to get the first possible shake in a room.
Yeah, so we just
got
a
a
gem.
lot of these.
Yeah.
Gems worth 10,000.
Very important. With the game's being like, hey, here's a freebie. This is a gem that's really easy to get. Look for these. Yeah, I missed the bronze coin, unfortunately, but no biggie.
Nah, that's completely fine. Right. So usually there's not as many gems early game. Well, there's a lot of gems. Well, I suppose they are kind of early game, but they take a lot of time to get to. There's especially one of them coming up in a soon enough level. That'll take quite a bit to get to.
Yeah, like the thing about Area 1 is that like Area 1 is just so stingy with coins because it's the first area. So like we're really desperate for getting coins. So like ideally the coin sources we want to get are typically around like say like gives us 1,000 coins per second at least. But the majority of coin sources in Area 1 do not give us that. They're not efficient at all, but we just don't really have other options right now. So this is the first big bag we're shaking. Bags are slow. We don't want to shake these, but again, we're desperate for coins in Area 1. So we kind of have to.
For money bags, at least as far as we know, there's two different types of money bag, like a fast money bag and a slow one. The slow one means you get the copper coins and all the smaller denominations of coins. In the case of speedruns, we want to get the faster one, which basically is just money bags built up with the larger amounts of coins.
And it's random.
So it's completely random. Yeah. It's really hard to know if you got a good bag.
Oh, that's a small bag. Yeah, no, that's not a good bag. Like I just saw all the small silvers.
I
I'm
had
like,
hope there for a second. That would have been good, but it's unfortunate. It's really hard to guarantee those bags if there's anything. So that's really the biggest RNG point of this run, the money bags. Although there's not many in the run, but you know there is a couple that could pose some problems later.
All right, this level also introduces cannons. These require tilt controls, so like in order to shoot out of these quickly, you need to have the proper angles of your Wiimote memorized properly. So like with these cannons, you can aim and there are 4 different angles you can choose from in each direction. So two ticks right allows me to skip the left cannon, and I'm going to shoot straight up here.
There we go. We'd also be shaking immediately just so we can get to that bomb block.
Yep.
And then there's the cage right there. There is also a way to, well, just after we shake the cage, we do want to start mashing the 1 button to get the first frame dash, which unfortunately didn't get there.
It's a 1 frame window, I believe so.
Yeah, it's very hard to get, but usually I just mash the button there to try and see if I can get it, but it's pretty difficult.
Did you know there are 8 big gold coins in the upper level I just got? So that's literally 8,000 free coins we got. Almost a gem.
We got a difficult jump coming up. It's just a matter of timing it. Should be good. Nice.
There we go. All
right, so basically what that skipped is there's a pipe at the top where you need to stop to go down, and basically it skips it so you just run through the screen and don't have to slow down at all. It's pretty good in terms of saving time. I think it saves like 2 or 3 seconds overall.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That jump, I think there's like 2 specific pixels you can jump off of. I've never really memorized it, but like there's like 2 different spots I've seen it work on, but it's very tight. And like if you miss it, it's like a 3-second time loss.
As far as I know, like there's a tiny little square that I tend to aim for when jumping for that. There's like a little square on the ground. If you jump around about the center of that, it should work most of the time. It can be pretty difficult though, especially one of the harder tricks that I had to learn.
So this stage introduces ropes. You want to jump off of them as soon as possible because Wario has like more speed when he jumps off of them for whatever reason.
Also, what you just saw there on the ladder was known as a ladder cancel. It is a bit of an interesting trick. You can cancel Wario's climbing, the end of Wario's climbing animation, which you basically just press 1 at the apex of the ladder. So you don't have to wait for the slow little animation while you're walking, while you try to get off the ladder. It saves time over the run. It just adds up over time.
Yeah, you'll see one here soon. Like normally Wario has a slow attack and timing animation, but I just canceled it like that.
There we go. It might look a bit weird, but it's completely fine.
So yeah, this stage is pretty straightforward in terms of like, point routing. So there are just we went our way for only one source of coins, which was the 4 big gold coins you saw me get like 30 seconds ago. Those are surprisingly efficient, and it's almost a half of a gem, so we do get those, but that's the only coin source we're going out of our way here.
Yeah, because the other one's going to be on our path on the way out of this level, so it'll be completely fine.
So again,
Alright,
Area 1 coins are slow, so we want to avoid them if we can.
Yeah, they're very slow. We'll get a lot more money when it comes to later levels. You can get this. Nice. Alright, there is another backup strategy for that, which is dry strategy, where you have to basically, without the water there, you have to do a specific jump, turnaround jump, and then you have to turn around again. It's really difficult. Well, not really difficult, but it can be a little bit. It can be a mistake area, that's for sure.
It's a nice backup. It costs like a half second. I think Trey came up with it, so it's very nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good strategy, honestly.
It's not intuitive, but it's not hard with a little practice. Alright, we're in dash mode.
So we're coming up on the gem. There should be a gem there.
Hey, free gem. Let's go. Free 10K.
They like throwing these gems in your way really early on, I guess. But I suppose there is going to be a couple of them that are going to be out of the way with when it comes to later levels. But I suppose we got an easy time early enough, which is all good.
Yep.
Ooh, 3 challenges being at once.
Yeah.
That was good.
So this is not really relevant to the run, but we might as well mention it because why not? So those are missions. If you saw all that text that just flew by. When you play this game in widescreen mode, the game's not really in widescreen. Instead, the game just adds these sidebars. The left sidebar are icon indicators for your missions, which is part of 100%. And the right side are the treasures, which there are 3 treasures in every stage you can get for completion's sake as well. They're purely completion stuff, and we do not care about them at all in 80%, but in other categories, we do.
All right.
So this is a minor skip here.
Yeah, instead of actually having to do like an earth-shaped punch on the left in order to jump up the platform, just jump off of the Bandonero's head immediately. It makes it a lot more simple. Also, these bucket things are actually called unibuckets.
You tilt.
Very creative.
You tilt to control them.
You tilt on it. Tilt and immediately move with them. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is one gem that we're going to have to go out of our way for. There's one little diamond right at the bottom here, which we'll have to ground pound to get it.
Yeah, this time it is not efficient at all. It costs around 14 seconds to get, so it has a efficiency of around 1k coins per 1.4 seconds around, which is pretty slow. But again, Area 1, we're desperate. We need it.
Yeah, we very much need it so we can buy the next area map. It's very much required.
Everyone was a little sloppy, but whatever.
Yeah,
No
it's
biggie.
completely fine.
No biggie. Oh yeah, so like one of the missions, if you're curious, is don't take any damage, and we just took damage intentionally to go fast, and now you can kind of see one of the markers on the left with the heart blackened out, and that means I failed the mission. Again, I don't care about it in the speedrun actually, but figured it'd be interesting to point out. Okay, this is a unit bucket maze. This room is
this room is
certainly a thing. So yeah, you can kind of tell where I'm like going out of my way to waste as little time as possible to get minor sources of coins. Yeah, that's a fast money bag that Crazy was talking about earlier. Let's see, it's about 1 second.
If you're not careful with the tilt controls here, you can get completely thrown off the track, and then just it can be really bad for the unit buckets. Also, what we just did there was a skip to basically prevent ourselves from going all the way to the right. So we would have had to wait to get another earthshake punch in order to open up the other pillar. But instead, we just jumped on that Bandonero and then waited to do another earthshake punch. So it does save quite a bit of time, so you don't have to walk through the entirety of the room. It's pretty good.
All right. And we have an escape sequence. This escape sequence is pretty straightforward. We're just gonna go out of our way, do like a reverse jump for like 2,500 coins, I think, and that's about it. And there's really not much going on in this escape in particular, so we can go ahead and squeeze in 2 or 3 donations while we watch Wario run through like 4 screens.
Yeah, thank you, Kirby. Do appreciate it. Got ourselves $25 from Adam the Feverish. They say I was going to donate $25 anyway, but knowing there's a chance to win a PS5 makes that donation even sweeter. And even better, This donation's going to a fantastic cause. Indeed it is. I want to let you know, if you still want to get that PS5, get your $25 donation in by the end of this very run. And also put it towards Sailor Moon. We're nearly $2,000 out of $15,000. Let's get it in, everybody.
We can squeeze in one more.
We also have a donation of $50 from TheMcRaezy.
Oh,
We got some
wow, I
sneaky
wonder who that
couches this
is.
couple months. The comment simply says, "Wah!" Give it crazy.
Nice. that is lovely. That is lovely.
I thought I would do my part. It's all good.
All right, we have our first
so-
boss. Feel free to explain this, because I'll need to focus for a bit.
All right, this is Rollin' Rattle, the first boss. It is okay. So this one requires us to dash and jump into the boss, just so we can actually hit its weak point, which is on the side. It does change to a different weak point about in the last 2 hits of the boss, which is on top of its head. But at this point, we just have to hit its side. So the first hit will need to be performed. We'll have to jump midair and then interact with it while it's midair, like that, something like that. But unfortunately, because it was so low to the ground, the barrier activated, which is unfortunate. But now we have to wait for this phase here just to get past some of these destructive pillars. We have to wait for like blue pillars to arrive, and then we have to do another dash jump up to hit. And then once that happens, we'll have to wait for the boss to slam right down. And then we should be able to get on top of its head in order to access its last weak point. There we go. So it should slam down now. Then we just bash it. Jump on its head. There's a barrier that will appear, but we can jump over it and stay on its stay on the boss's head. So it's all good. It'll drop those other points down. Then we have to wait for the boss's eyes to look up before we can start doing damage. Another barrier appear. We'll jump at the right time, and then there we go. Nice.
Yeah, you're
Perfect.
supposed to wait for
Pretty
those square platforms to fly around and use those as a platform to get up there, but you can shoot these
It's a little
platforms.
slow.
Ignore those.
Well, if you missed getting on top of the head, you have to wait to get slammed on the ground first, like stunned completely, and then you'd be able to actually those platforms start spinning around normally. But it's pretty slow, so this method's better. It's pretty good.
All right, that's area 1.
There we go.
Hope you enjoyed the
Quite a
cat
simple first
jam.
area.
Yeah, the other bosses are definitely more involved than that. Like, honestly, like, I feel like at least if I were a viewer, the highlights for this run would be the boss fights, because they are very swag and just make you go, what is going on? This is ridiculous. But
Funnily enough, all the boss strats have actually been found recently. A lot of different boss strategies for the final 2 bosses and also the second boss in this area that's coming up. Well, I guess hopefully we'll be able to show it off. You know, they are pretty cool strategies, and they do save times over the older methods in terms of how they're executed, at least. Like each version of them can be very different. At least it's all good.
so right now I'm about 120 coins behind. I can afford to be behind by about 370, but before the last map I need to buy. So fine, it's normal. This level coming up also has a bit of point variance. This level introduces the pole vaults, where in order to jump from a pole vault, where Wario gets to show off his ridiculous acrobatics, you have to shake the Wiimote to initiate spinning and then jump. But you can just jump the moment you shake and just do it quickly. So,
You don't have to wait for the animations. It's all good.
quick point
You know,
there.
there is a massive coin room coming up, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, this coin run costs about 19 seconds to get, which is very expensive, but it gives us 13,000 coins around.
Just over a gem worth of coins. Pretty good.
So like, it's actually surprisingly not very efficient by that standard still, but like, Area 2 is not that much better than Area 1 in terms of coins, so we kind of need it. You can kind of look at all the small coins I'm collecting, because every coin I get matters. And yeah. The big silvers,
There we go.
which are 500 each. And
Small coppers are worth 10. The small silvers are worth 50. The small golds are worth 100. Large silvers, as you said, is worth 500. The large golds are worth 1,000, and the diamonds are worth 10k. Those are all the coin types that you can see in this round. Oh, unfortunately, missed one of the small coins.
yeah, you want to jump as late as possible for the extra small silver, but not a big deal.
There we go. There's a diamond. If we just do a turn back immediately, you can just grab that. Ooh, that's close. There we go. Nice. And this just leads back to the start of the level.
Yep. This is actually not a faster route. There is a slightly faster escape route, but like this is barely slower, and you get so many coins out of it. So, yeah.
All right, so we got our first auto-scroller level coming up, which has the submarine, which is it's just perfect, honestly.
Like the auto
Wario and
you might think auto scrollers, and if you saw the Mario 3D Land run, the auto scrollers are very much a thing because you practically skip them. This is not that, unfortunately, but they're still involved because auto scrollers mean we can't speed it up. But every coin we get is a free coin, so that means like I absolutely have to focus. I have to like make sure I play these auto scrollers well in focus so I can get every coin I can get. And there's a lot of luck with this, so there's gonna be a bunch of little octopus here. These are important to kill because they give 50 each. You want to prioritize those. There's gonna be another set of 4 up here. And I'm just hoping one of the small coppers will float towards me so I can get an extra 10 or 2. Oh no!
Yeah, it's a bit RNG with how those coins move. It can be a bit annoying sometimes to try and guarantee you can get them or not.
Yeah, so like most of these enemies give 10, so like you don't really want to prioritize them. But, yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be a set of mines that come up, and you can boom them all if you shoot the red one. But you don't want to boom them immediately, so you'll see it right here coming up.
You want to wait until as many of them are on screen as possible so you can get the coins. You get the silver coins from the red ones and then the normal 10 coin from the normal purple
that is
ones.
lucky.
So we do want to get... That is really good.
That's
nice.
lucky. Yeah, so like if you boom the mines and some of them are off screen, the ones off screen are not going to give you coins, so you need to wait until they're all on screen, as McRaezy mentioned. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, the autoscrollers also have diverging paths, and you obviously can't take both paths because it's an autoscroller, so the coin route is just a matter of taking the path to give you more coins. The top path gave us a gem, bottom gives you a treasure, which you don't care about.
In terms of usually how I remember which paths to go for these speedrun is usually just choose, basically how it is top, bottom. So take the top path, then the bottom path. It works for both water levels.
This part
works perfectly.
needs a little bit more focus.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going. Oh wow, I didn't get hit.
Oh, that's surprising. Pretty good. Still damageless.
And I'm trying to kill them all really close so the coins float into me and they have a little opportunity to float away. Ah, dang it, that was slow.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get this one still? Ah, it's too late.
No. Just barely out of
I was
range.
greedy. I was greedy.
Alright, so now we take the bottom path, which should lead us to some extra coins, and there should be a diamond at the end of the path.
Yeah. So we've kind of went over the basics of the autoscroller, so we don't really have much else to say until the boss at the end. Yes, there is a boss, so we can feel free to squeeze in a quick few donations.
Okie pokey, do appreciate it. We've got Spoon Man with $25 donated. They say hi, Kirby.
Hey, Spoon Man.
Sharing
Thanks.
good vibes from the Bomb Squad and letting chat know a big secret about our runner here. He loves cats.
I might
Let's
like
send him
cats
good
just a
vibes. Let's send him good vibes by telling him the names of our cats and their favorite things. My good boy Murphy always loved to sit on the couch, like people, and watch TV. Good luck on the run, and don't lose track of those coins.
Thank you. If you,
very
if you want to give a shout out to your cat, send in a donation with the name of your cat. I want to hear them.
We also have Viola X Core with $25. They say cat, 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 cat.
All right. Well, that donation came in really quickly. Wow. And one more.
Also, for the autoscroller levels, we prefer not to get all the missions completed because there is an extra text box that appears after
that is
basically
true.
saying that we unlocked a song. So if we got all 10 of these small silvers in the mission on the left, we would have had, well, it would have been a good idea to take enough damage to basically break the submarine, which is half health. So in the case of right now, you'd only have to take one extra hit to fall to half health.
Oh, okay.
So it's good to do that.
We are 30 ahead. Okay.
That's good then.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
made up 190 coins in that. I played up pretty decently overall. So, yeah, also there was a boss fight apparently.
It is a boss fight. It's fairly
surprise-
easy. All you do is basically...
It's like easy, but if you mess it up, then you just lose like 3 seconds, which is a lot of time. So
Yeah, it could be a bit annoying. So, well, I think for strategy that I used to do for that boss is basically just back up all the time, which is a bit wasteful, but I suppose it is safer. But it's much better just to try and mash and kill the boss as quickly as possible.
And you want to be
using
close
as many missiles.
because you can only have 3 missiles on a screen at a time. All right, we're playing Paper Mario apparently because we're on Mountain Lava Lava. But no Lava Piranha here to be found, unfortunately. Oh,
Ooh, good money
yeah,
back.
that was
Wow.
another fast money
Wow.
back, so that saved me another second.
Also, what we're doing here is we're angling 2 upwards just so we can hit some bomb blocks at the back, which causes the boulder to roll towards you.
Yeah.
It's much better than going over there and slamming the ground or just hitting the bomb blocks yourself. It is a little bit pretty good. Because you'd have to do this, like basically have to slam and break those blocks like that, basically. Alright, there is a trick here. I don't know if you're going to do it.
I'll do it. I make it
Give it a go.
just because it's a marathon. Hey, I saved no
Ooh,
time.
ah, nice.
But it looks cool, so
Saved
it's
no
okay.
time.
Yep.
Looks cool. This one's the more important trick though, because we want to basically grab as many of these coins that are on the ground here. May as well. It's all good.
Yeah, that
Basically
count was a little
follow
late,
the
so
way
I'm
in.
not sure if I'll be able to get the skip here. But we'll see.
See how it
I
goes.
think I can make it. It'll be close.
Ish.
There we go.
It should be fine. Nice. All right. So, how much? I'm not entirely
That
sure.
saves
how much time
about
that
1
saves,
second.
but it's still pretty good. You know, every little bit of time adds up. It's all good. All right, so we can basically just dash through this room. This room looks very scary, but I suppose it's fine. You can jump and land on top of the checkpoint block and just immediately dash off of it. I guess it doesn't really save much time, but it is pretty cool. All right, this rush section is very devious for destroying people's runs, is the best way to put it. So I'll probably be quiet when it comes to one particular room. A couple of the runners called this level Mount Reset for a very good reason. You'll see why in a second. All right, I'll just keep quiet just so you can get through this section.
I haven't messed it up in a while, but famous last words.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Few gems here. Oh,
Oh, that was close.
no one saw that.
Oh.
No one saw that.
No one saw that. No, it's fine. All right, that's the main reason why this level's called Mount Reset. If you miss those gems, it's gonna completely throw your run out of whack because there's no easy way to get those 2 gems back, which is it can be annoying in some circumstances. So usually you count your run as requiring a reset at that point, but this case it looks like it worked out completely fine.
Yeah, I was trying to save frames and then, yeah. Whoops. Okay.
All right, Savannah Valley.
Yeah.
We got the bars, so the pole vaulting mechanic is in this one as well. It's used prominently throughout the entire level. So
There are
see it.
a lot of poles on this stage, and this stage loves these poles.
yeah, it's also very slow as well. Probably one of the slower levels in the game.
It's definitely one of the longest in the game for sure. Right. So yeah, we have what's called the pole maze, basically, because it is a maze of a bazillion poles. And obviously we just want to take the fastest route out of here, but we want to get as many big silvers as possible cleanly. So we want to get all these silvers in 2 jumps, ideally. Unfortunate.
That's fine. Should be fine.
Not a big deal.
All right, in this room, you do have to spend a bit of time just in this room because we want to actually get... we have to get over to that max fastosity dasher, not too early, but not too late, just so we can actually make it onto this platform.
Right, because we want to waste as much time as possible before this red bend and arrow starts moving. If it notices you too early, then it's not going to be in a position for you to get that skip there. I'm going to go get these.
That's all good.
Co-
It's always good
these
to be
cost
safe.
more time than it looks because you lose a cycle, but it's not the end of the world.
We get it clear. Unfortunate. All right. This room, it requires a damage boost strategy through the little spikes there. It seems, instead of jumping over, which takes a while to say the least.
Pulls are slow because, like, if you want to move left or right, you have to wait for Wario to finish his spinning animation. So, like, you kind of want to avoid them if possible.
You do not want to grab onto that pole, the moving pole there on the edges, because you'll just fall down straight immediately without any ability to just control what's going to happen. There we go, the rush section. This is this is a very long rush section, to say the least.
Yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit going on here. So basically, there's 2,500 coins down here. They're pretty efficient. They cost about 2 seconds to get, compared to just skipping them. So they're surprisingly efficient. And then so fun fact, One of the missions is called break all the stone blocks. Yeah. You can tell they had fun.
So many stone
You
blocks.
can tell they had fun with this.
There's definitely a lot of creative missions throughout the entire game.
Yeah, there's like
for sure.
creative ones that are also just really evil, but like, yeah. Also, so okay, I'm doing some camera manipulation. So that blue bandana I just killed, I want to get it to notice me as late as possible, so it doesn't zap me when I jump through it. That one's fine. That's intentional. Kind of.
That works fine.
Yeah. And then we have a cannon. We want to aim one tick right with, again, tilt controls. And then hold right, take a damage boost.
And then right to the cannon immediately. So good. Those cannons are called, I think, blasto cannons. Yes, I think I said.
God,
that.
the names of like all these enemies and icons are hilarious.
Object is so really, it just is great, honestly. All right, this boss here coming up is very devious, to say the least. It can be a reset point as well. A lot of these bosses can be, but this one especially. So this is Hot Roderick. This boss requires tilt controls by using a unicycle, basically. It's very interesting, to say the least.
It's an interesting fight, but in a speedrun, it's a
It
thing.
can be a bit scary. There is some fast strategies that were made by myself recently, just to help make it so we can move a bit quicker through this fight. Or at least, well, strategy that was nodded to me, but then I made a consistent method, hopefully. With,
All right,
done.
here we go.
Yeah, all right.
Let's go.
Let's see how this works. All right, so go all the way to the right until the engine starts, and go all the way to the left. Wait for the camera to zoom out, and then we just jump. Hopefully, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you can punch it just
That's
as it
fine.
comes out, but I was a little early.
Yeah, so basically this entire strategy involves just hitting the wrenches just immediately as they're thrown, because they're much quicker than waiting for them to fall, because he doesn't get to throw the fourth wrench. I'll see if we can get it this time. Nice. Ooh, good.
Oh, too early.
So
I was so early
So
on
yeah.
that.
Should be fine now. Should still get this. Within this fight, we do want to get the boss defeated in 3 phases. Usually, when you're playing this game casually, you defeat this boss in 4
That
phases.
is a very unfortunate
But-
spot. Yeah,
That is very
yeah, this is just
important.
bad
very
luck.
much so. Let's hope you don't get debris.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
You should be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you normally have invincibility frames when you get hit. When you get hit by the debris there, you ignore your invincibility frame, so you can just get comboed and lose about 3 or 4 hearts. Yes, I
Yeah.
could actually die from that because, yeah.
I've had a couple of runs into that. It's really sad when it happens, especially when you get a really good Roderick fight and then it just debris you to death. It's horrible. It's really nasty, to say the least.
That
But
boss
yeah,
is
luckily
kinda,
this time we didn't get debris. Yeah, this boss can be a little bit difficult. It is especially one of the harder bosses of the game.
All right, that's area 2.
Here we go. Area 3 is coming up now, which will require 100,000 coins to buy the map.
Yep.
Which we'll have to head back into the shop again.
Yep. $40.
All right, so area 3 is probably one of my favorite areas in the game, because basically there's no auto-scroller in this area, and it's basically all platforming. It's probably one of the more fun areas to run around in. And there's also one area which, if you played Wario World, you'll definitely recognize the song.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's funny because like in other categories, like if you speedrun like all treasures or 100% or all stages or whatnot, yes, there are more stages than you need to beat in the game. I did a lot of the coin routing. I have like these giant spreadsheets with like the time cost and efficiency of every source of coins that are relevant. It's funny because like you always kind of want to route in area 4 and 5 because they each have an auto scroller, which is good for coin routing because they're literally free coins. So the area route that we're doing with any percent is 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So area 4 is the last area. But in the other categories, the area order you do is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So 3 is actually last in other categories.
Just taking advantage of those auto-scrollers then, basically.
Yep.
May as well. They're basically free money, as you said. All right, there's a bit of an interesting trick here. So throw 2 ticks up. Yeah, there we go.
2 ticks or
And
1
you
tick of both
basically
work. Yep.
And you cause the enemy to slide across the ceiling. It's kind of interesting.
All right, so there's a...
If you throw the angle too high, the enemy will die in the ceiling. So you have to like do those other tricks just to make sure you're all good.
I have a bit of a cycle set up here. That's why I took damage there intentionally. And if this goes smoothly, then I'm going to look like a complete god. You don't want those gold coins. They ruin your cycles. They cost a lot more time than you look. This one is practically free though. And then, hey!
Nice. I've never actually seen that done before. Because I can't do it myself. There we go.
Right, so this gem is also pretty costly, but eh. Been a while since we've seen a costly gem.
There is another way to stop yourself completely. You can do hold the right button while going to that screen, what will cause a slide upon the next screen, and then you can basically jump immediately into the wall. There we go. So with that bit there, we could actually line Wario's foot up with the ladder and then do a dash jump in order to land perfectly on that platform, just so we can crawl under and then dash immediately over to ground pound that little plank in order to cause that water to go down so we can destroy the engine. It's all good. The train has come to a complete halt.
Casually destroying engines, just like how Samus destroys planets casually.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nothing will go wrong. Okay, I'm gonna get these silver coins for reasons. These normally you don't want to get in 80% because they are actually not very efficient, but I'm just gonna get them because I feel like it.
It's always good to be safe. There we go.
You're seeing me jump a lot because like you usually want to avoid running up uphill slopes typically. So you want to jump over uphill slopes if you can help it.
You can jump immediately upon landing there, but it can be risky in some circumstances.
Yeah, I'm not doing it in this run, but I do it in PB attempts.
All good. And yeah, you can do a slide off the edge there and then slide under while maintaining your speed, so it's all good. Just to make sure we can get back to the end of the level pretty quickly. There we go.
Okay,
pretty good.
Stone Tooth Cave. This song, for me personally, this stage probably has one of my favorite tracks in the game. Kind of a banger. I want to see a lot of cat jams in chat. Unfortunately, the stage is so short that we're not going to get much of it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Just because, well, just as we start to get to the good part of the song, it just immediately gets cut off.
Do, and rip music, basically. Oh yeah, so if you missed me mentioning this, big bags give you more coins the later areas you are. So big bags give you 3,000 in area 1. They gave you 4,000 in area 2. We're in area 3, so they actually get 5,000 each now. In other words, a big bag gives you a half a gem, which is not amazing, but it's solid. It's fine, yeah. It's like pretty much breaks even with the expected efficiency of points we want.
If we did grab money bags in area 4, that would be worth 6,000, and as Kirby said earlier, the bags in area 5 are worth 7,000, so it's just 1,000 up every single area you go to. Starting off at 3, I don't know. 2.
Yeah, so effectively what we're doing in area 1, 2, 3 is we're going out of our way to get 50 extra thousand coins so we can buy the area 5 map instead of area 4. And then we want to just get 150,000 coins in area 5 because they're so fast, and then buy the area 4 map with that. So this escape is interesting because if you notice, we didn't really get many coins in this level, but we're actually gonna lose almost 1 minute collecting coins in the escape sequence. But it's 25,000. It is worth it. It's
very, very worthwhile.
Oh yeah, there's a gem right there. I think all this costs around like 45 seconds to get, which again is a lot of time, but in exchange, we're getting 25,000 coins.
Also, in this game, there is transformations in comparison to the other Wario Land games. So this is the one where Wario's on fire. Looks kind of funny, but it's pretty good. I think in this game, there's only 4 transformations, which we'll get to some of them once they appear. So this is the first one, Fire Wario. So.
Meow, 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 meow. Do. Damage boost. Make that boom a bit earlier. Welcome to the Bomb Squad. We'll see more of that later. Because with bombs, you have to wait for them to tick down, or you can just make them boom immediately by smacking them, because that's not dangerous at all.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, Wario can survive through it. You know, he's very acrobatic. I'm sure he has some strength behind his power, right? He can withstand a bomb explosion. That's okay.
All right, so this stage is one of my favorite stages. Probably my favorite, personally, my favorite stage to speedrun at any percent. It's kind of funny because like area 4 is by far my least favorite area in any percent, but it's. And then the other categories, Area 3 is my least favorite because you just blitz through it since you're done with coins. But like in 80%, like this level, Area 3 is definitely my personal favorite as well. So we kind of have a bit of a gimmick to knock these enemies out of there with the Earthquake. And we also...
I'm glad that you didn't...
Yeah, you can throw fork bandit arrows into a wall and use them as a stepping stone, which is what this level teaches you. Although you don't need it to beat the level, but there's a lot of spots where the game teases you with something that requires that, such as the gem we just got.
Sometimes when trying to shake that forked bandoneer out, it can sometimes just fall straight back down into the hole, and I'm not entirely sure how it works like that, but sometimes it does just go back in and you have to wait for the bar to charge again so you can shake again. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen, but it's...
So there's a ball there. You're supposed to knock it up with an earthquake, but we're going to skip that and use this fork bandit arrow instead and hit the red switch, because you're supposed to use the ball and ricochet it up there. And conveniently enough, there is a big bag here. That's pretty efficient. And then we get to one of my favorite rooms in the game. Do this quickly, this will look really smooth. Then the fork bandit arrow, use it as another platform or a gem.
You can also shake the ground at the bottom to stun the enemies off the screen. You should be able to get to them by the time you get up there, just so you can still do the exact same strategy as Kirby just showed there, just to get up to that diamond. There we go. We also have an interesting puzzle skip coming up, where we just use the abilities of a cannon just to skip a puzzle completely. So 3 ticks to the right is the best way to remember it. Oh, that's 4.
Okay, I tilted too far
3 ticks
right.
to the right. That's fine, and you can just get right up to the cage. Usually you're meant to use that ball in order to slam the switch up there, but in this case, we just completely skip it.
Yep.
Although I think in other runs, it might be a bit more valuable to do that puzzle, just in terms of the time mission at the end. It can be a bit close, to say the least.
The time mission can be tight in like 100% categories, for example, although I don't do it personally, because it just costs way too much time to do the puzzle. But, yeah.
There is a golden enemy down there, but it's not worthwhile. We just kill it immediately. It will drop. Every gold enemy in the game drops 5,000 coins.
But only if you shake it. If you just kill it, then you don't
Only
get
if you
5,000.
shake it.
So.
I think you only get the one small gold, which is 100 coins, if you just kill it straight up.
Obviously,
Preferably, we'd like
I'm
to shake them.
I'm maximizing the amount of time I spend on the conveyor belts to gold up and minimizing the time spent going right. And I don't know how to end cannons, but there we go. So there's a bit of an interesting optimization that like you kind of learn how to do from individual level speedruns for this game. Like a lot of things, like contraptions in this game require entering pipes. So like literally a green pipe or a dasherator or the cannons or the unit buckets. And like whenever you enter them, you can't, whenever like Wario lands on them, he has this like really annoying slouch animation that takes like 10 frames and you can't actually enter them during that animation. But what you want to typically do is you want to be holding left or right as you land so that Wario does not do that slouch animation. And that means you can enter the pipe or dasherator or whatever, the frame you land on them. And like, it's very minor, but it absolutely adds up to time save. So like, it's
Very much does.
something you want to get in the habit of. Just doing as much as you can, typically.
All right, the Wario World fans, this is Greenhorn Ruins. It's always good. Probably one of my favorite tracks in the game, just based on nostalgia alone. You know, I had so much fun playing Wario World ages ago. There we go. But yeah, we got another mechanic here.
Slot machines, they are not random, they are cycle-oriented, and we boom ourselves because we're part of the bomb squad. More booms.
Okay, there we go.
So there's a tight cycle I want to make now after I get this gem. I want to get a ball next. We're good.
Cool, nice.
And we want to ricochet this, hit the switch.
We've got a next room coming up that has a golden enemy inside, which will need that. Although there is another money bag in the room just after, which has the exact same amount of time lost just to get both of these. So it's basically up to personal preference exactly what money source you want.
Like this one's
Although this one's a
probably
bit more
harder to
valuable.
get, but you don't really have a risk of losing coins randomly. Whereas the other coin source, which is about the same amount of time, it's easier to do, but then it's a back shake in an open area, so you're bound to lose a few hundred from it. Personal preference. So the big bag we're talking about is that one up there. So, oh yeah, another gimmick in this stage we never mentioned. There are invisible platforms that you can only see when a searchlight's on it, but you can just memorize it.
Yeah, it's always the same every single time.
Okay. So that's another case
You
of
want to
me
get a
entering
donation?
that. Yeah, we can squeeze in a
wanna
few
get a donation
donations out.
involved?
Yeah.
That's all good.
Do appreciate it, y'all. We actually do have some representatives from the late night GDQ Kitty crew here. Got $25 from Kaysan saying, my giant ragdoll cat Whisper loves to sit on her chair. Also often like people between my partner and I while we sit at our computers and watch GDQ. We've also got $25 from Autumn Wyvern. They see my cat is named Fergie, and he's watching the run with me. He likes to steal bracelets and take naps. He hates hats.
Oh.
That's quite. And another $25 from Taylor saying cat donation. I have 2 cats named Squid and Bob. They're very excited to be in this comment. We're very excited to have you.
Aw.
And that's an awful lot of cats trying to donate $25. I think they're trying to get that PlayStation that will be available up until the very end of this run. And kitties love Sailor Moon, so let's get that difficulty upgrade as the incentive, because we're about 20% of the way there. Let's keep it moving, everybody. All right, thank you, Kirby. Thank you.
Thank you for those
Appreciate
donations.
it.
Keep them up.
Thank you.
All right, we have a boss coming up. Feel free to explain
This boss. All right, this boss has 7 hits, which needs to do to defeat the boss. There is a very, very bad phase at the end of this fight that we want to avoid. So there's a very specific way we need to do this. So we do 1 hit first. We wait for him to be unstunned. Then we try and get 3 hits in again. There we go. So we just wait, and we have to do 2 hits for the rest of the fight. So that should avoid the last bad phase of this fight. There we go. There's 2 extra hits. And we basically just repeat this for the rest of the fight. So it does add 1 extra hit every time it changes phase. So in this case, it would go from
almost.
1 to that's fine, but it's still good.
That was still
so it
very
goes
good.
from 1 to 2, and then it goes from it goes from 3 hits to 4 hits, and then 4 hits to 5 hits, as you saw there. So you can do 3 hits on the first phase like twice. So 1 to get 1 hit on the first one, and then 2 hits on the second one, and then it continues from there.
Basically, we want to bring it from 7 HP to 6 to 4 to 2 to 0. Because it's at 3 HP or lower when it does the annoying flamethrower attack that McCraezy mentioned that we really want to avoid.
Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's pretty much impossible to do damage to it during that phase, and you have to wait until it slows down to the other phase.
You don't want to see it. You really don't want to see it.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like,
So basically, you just do that 1 hit, the 1 hit at the start, just to avoid having to deal with that. It's pretty good.
all right. We've got this. We got our next shopping trip, and this is where our money routing pays off. We have enough money to buy the Area 5 map, which requires 200,000 coins. And now all we need...
actually buy Area 4.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever
done
made
that
that
in a
mistake yet in the speedrun, like accidentally buying Area 4 instead of 5, but I am very scared of it.
Oh, it's devastating when it does happen, though. It's just press the button up one more time accidentally, and then you just bought the wrong map. You're like, oh, I didn't know.
That menu is the entire reason I've spent years speedrunning Fire Emblem, just to make sure I don't screw up that menu.
It's always good. Getting good menuing is always fine. So basically, just for when we're getting into levels, all we have to do is mash the 2 buttons, because menus move all on its own anyway. So it's pretty simple.
Yeah. All right, Mount Big Hill. Comfy music. And we're in Area 5, and as we mentioned a few times already, well, 1, you can kind of see that gem teasing us up there. Big bags give us 7,000. That's 2/3 of a gem. You can even literally see all the coins and how ridiculous the coin count is compared to the other bags we've been getting. But
This would be a good position to start getting like the better money bags, because the bags finish up much sooner because of the higher denomination of
Yeah.
coins. So usually prefer the larger bags like these to give better luck. It's not as bad early on, but I suppose it'd be nice to get that. There's 2 extra bags that we've got to get, so we've got 2 more chances to.
come on. That happens occasionally. A bit of a puzzle skip we just did, but yeah.
Unfortunate. And 1 extra
Hey.
bag, which yeah, it's hard to know when you're able to like toss that.
It's really awkward to adjust, because like you're just going from big bags with 5,000 coins to 7,000, and then like they take considerably longer to shake compared to the Area 3 bags. So like you have to remember to shake like an extra 1.5 to 2 seconds when you play Area 5 after Area 3. But yeah.
So if you do actually manage to shake the bag immediately, pressing the 1 button will just allow you to cancel the bag and dash immediately. So it's pretty good.
Right, so yeah, very
So
quick
you need
escape.
to do movement. This is probably one of the best escape songs in the game. It just makes you want to like run around, basically. It's really good. And we got a trick here where we have to jump late in order to jump through that. If we jump too early, we just get spun around and chucked out the bottom. It's a bit nasty to say the least because you miss out on that gem. But other than that, that looked pretty good. Now we were able to jump through it. And we've got another auto-scroller coming up, which is, yeah, the second auto-scroller of the run.
Yeah, you're intended,
quick blue scene.
for that gem, you're intended to like set the log up so that it's perfectly flat, so you just run across it, but we skip that because it's slow. So instead we just kind of jump through it, get the gem.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You can also slide through it as well, but it's a bit weird to say the least. It looks very funny though.
All right. So fun fact, we have 3 missions here. Curious. 40,000 coins, collect 8 gold coins in a row, and don't break your sub, Warren. Yes, that's a W. And auto-scroller missions normally require you to take 2 trips to do them, 100% them, because of mutually exclusive paths. But you know what? Because I feel like it, I'm just gonna go ahead and 100% this one trip. So, let's go. Get all the coins I can get. So same idea, we want to focus on these little octopus thingies because they have 50 coins each. And these little submarines, I think they have a cooler, interesting name. They give 300.
Tub subs.
Tub subs.
They're called tub subs. They're weird names, but yeah. So those little spiky enemies are called plungers. The tub subs, I guess those other things are probably just urchins or bombs. Those jellyfish-looking things are jellypuses.
Like, can I get that? Can I get that? No! Okay.
Oh, you got it. Wow, nice.
I missed a lot of coins
close.
from that, though, from that screw-up, but that's okay. Okay.
It's still possible to get the gold coin mission
I
done.
will probably be fine, yeah.
Should be fine.
We need to get 8 gold coins in a row. For fun. There we go.
Nice and cool. Good stuff.
Obviously,
Never actually
this
seen
doesn't
the
matter
100%.
in any percent, but, you know, I feel like
Yeah,
swiping it
this
out.
is just for extra challenge. There is like another trick that was used in 100%. I'm not sure it's used anymore. No, it's definitely not used anymore. It's just the strategy is there, where you can basically snipe a chest while just barely not able to see it, and it allows you to go bottom path, which has extra money. It's pretty good actually.
All right.
I tend to go for it just because it's a little fun trick to do while we're in this level.
It's a cool trick, yeah.
It's fun.
We're doing okay on, not too terribly. We're like 100 behind than expected with the 100% route, but that's okay.
All right, we got a repeat of the first boss.
With less health?
Where we basically just mash the button until it's dead.
Yeah.
It's easy.
So we've got a bit of comfiness going on, so we can squeeze in like 2 or 3, like a few donations while we're chilling and vibing.
Oh, absolutely. I just want to let y'all know, thank you so much. You have all raised over $13,000 in the past hour. A fantastic pace, especially considering this time of the event. Y'all are coming out. We do appreciate it, especially with donations like these. We have $250 by Igra White. They say, shout out to my orange tabby, Captain Winters, who's celebrating his birthday today. Looks like we're celebrating with a birthday shake this year.
Aw, happy
Thank you to
birthday.
runner Kirbymastah, cast and crew for putting on a great show this year. And y'all are doing incredible. Nearly $3,200, nearly $3,300 to reach the difficulty upgrade. Once we get that buttoned up, we can keep on moving towards those next incentives and make this GDQ as long as it absolutely can be. That is a win-win-win. And remember, let's bring back the meme, no incentive left unmet. Let's go, everybody.
And yeah, we can throw in like 2 more, I think.
All right, we also got ourselves $25 from Gangringo. They say, my cat's name is Mingus. He gives tooth hugs. I definitely feel that. Thank you so much for that. We also have $50 from Canthea. They say, staying up late on a work night with my cats Aries, Hermes, and Persephone to watch this awesome run for an underrated gem from the Wario Land series. Greetings from Canada. Some awesome cat names. Thank you so much.
Might need to go for the snipe.
Might need to go for
Well,
snipe.
we'll do it. Although I would have gotten it actually anyways. Whoops. That's okay.
Yeah, you had it. It's fine. It should be good still.
Yeah, we get 1 submarine and a lot of these octopus are good. We want to make 40,000. Okay. No, we should be good. We should.
Probably just best.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're
should be
good.
fine.
We're good. We're good. See, we're good. We're good.
Ooh, nice.
That's one.
So that's
as
the
long as
100%
we don't take more than 1 hit. This is 100% in 1 trip, which is probably not intended.
Definitely not intended, but it's cool all the same.
It's cool.
It's nice seeing it for the first time, to be fair. I'm just not used to seeing 100% strategies used, besides chest snipe, of course, which, you know, pretty cool. Right, this boss can be kind of tricky, but it pales in comparison to what's coming up. That's all I'm saying right now.
Okay, good fight.
Absolutely pales in comparison. There we go. Really good fight there. So it basically just requires you mashing as close as possible to those buttons in order to destroy them as quickly as you can. There we go. And the Murphy's free, and then we can get up the level. Here we go.
That's
One up.
100%. Creep Lucy in one trip.
Nice. And you're gonna lose some time.
I'm gonna lose
for
like
the
another second here. I'm also losing time because I actually lost 3,500 coins from my normal route typically, which is why I got a few extra large silvers.
That's
I
fine.
think I'm still like behind by like 500 around, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
You'll be able to get it back in bad manner. So
Yeah,
it should be okay.
I'll be
There we go.
fine.
Slipshod slopes.
All right.
The icy level. This holds 2 of the transformations in this game, both in this level as well. There we go. So there's 2 ones. There's one for Snowball Warrior, where you get hit by a bit of snowball and then you can turn into a snowball, and it's used to like go down slopes and breaks ice blocks. We'll require that. There we go. So you shake the ground to get a little bit of snow here, and then you can go down the slope in order to break some ice blocks. And there is another transformation later, but we won't be seeing it because it is slow if we do actually see it. It basically causes Wario to be frozen, and you get thrown back in the direction, in the opposite direction of what you get hit. So if you get hit on your right side, you get thrown left, basically. All right, there is also, there's a gem here, but there's also a secret map
Yeah,
as well.
there's a secret map there, FYI, for fun.
Just make sure you don't mash into that, into freezing peaks. Is it the
Yeah.
next level? Yeah. You don't want to do that. Probably best.
I think this leads to Bamboozle Village, actually.
Is it Bamboozle Village before? Yeah,
It's Bamboozle Village into Freezing Fields. But yeah, so fun fact, this game has 20 stages, or main stages, to beat the game, ignoring bosses. There's actually 32 stages. There are 12 secret stages in this game. And to define them, you have to find a corresponding secret map. There are 2 secret stages in area 1, 2, and 3 each, 3 secret stages in areas 4 and 5 each, totaling to 12 secret stages. And there's
do
really
tell
no
you-
way to find them without looking up a guide or having already beaten the game. But
Yeah, so it does have like a little tiny little glittery particle effect after the game's beaten, after you defeated the final boss. You can go back to the levels and then find the little shimmers on the ground, which lead towards where the secret areas are. The secret levels are probably some of the most interesting levels in the game, but unfortunately we won't be really seeing them in this run because any percent just has us running as quickly as possible to
yeah.
the end of the game.
I mean, it's a minor
It's
criticism I
unfortunate.
have with this game because it's like every level kind of introduces like some sort of gimmick, but doesn't really expand on it too much. And the secret stages are the stages that like expand on it a lot more. But it's a little bit of a shame that you don't play through them in the main game because you don't really get to experience that unless you do post-game stuff, which is a shame because I think the level design is masterful and fantastic in this game overall. But hey, this game's still awesome, and no game is perfect, so it's okay. At least you can still find the secret maps before beating the game. So yeah, there's a secret stage if you're curious. This is Bamboozle Village,
And there's so many missions for that.
7
It's
missions. Like, look at
7
all of these missions. They're just ridiculous. You can one-trip this 100%, by the way. It's very scary.
There we go. Let's get back on track with Bad Manor now. I think there's also a secret map in here. I think.
There
Or
is,
am I
yeah.
wrong?
We're gonna
there's
completely skip it, though.
Yeah, that's fine because it's on a different path. Or am I No, I think it is on a different path. Yeah, it's on the top path. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. I haven't seen the secret maps in a long time. It's especially been I suppose I only just ran 90%, so it's one of those things that's not like fully important. There we go. So.
Oh, those 4 zombies in their underwear. PG-13 stream.
All right, so we've got another trick coming up that we did see near enough the start of the run. There's a pole drop, which we saw back in Firewater Falls. We want to like fall down here without grabbing onto the pole because it's much quicker than just grabbing and sliding down the pole. So it's much preferred to do that method. You can clear that enemy and it is useful for 100%, but yeah, it's pretty difficult, honestly. There we go. These are the last cannons in the game, funnily enough. Well, last cannons in the run, at least.
Are there any in Area 4? I don't think there are any.
No. These are the last cannons, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you just got like 12,000 free coins, FYI. Like, you cannot avoid those coins. You just cannot avoid those. You just get them for free because it's Area 5.
They just hand them out.
Yeah.
Like they're going out of style. It's great. There we go. And yeah, so this is another transformation. Mini Wario. I forgot to mention the Ice Wario. If you got hit by one of the ice fires, which we did skip over in the second to last room of Slipshod, you can get frozen by them.
I want to see a donation for every single coin we get here.
Oh, potentially today, but I don't think in the run. Ooh, oh, nice. That is a difficult coin to get. I tend to skip that one and tend to grab money elsewhere just because it can be a bit dicey to get that.
I have not been keeping my track of my coins, so hopefully. Okay, we're good.
You're more than good. You didn't even need that. Well, you could.
Well,
actually, yeah.
if I skip that entire thing, then I would be 100 exactly 100 short, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
So we needed that, but that's okay. So we're 1,100 over what we need. Exactly.
We have another boss coming up. Large Fry. This one is interesting to say the least.
All right. So what you're supposed to do for this fight: throw an enemy in his mouth. He gives you a bomb. Throw a bomb. Bop him. Repeats. And he does a lot of really scary attacks that take forever and are annoying to dodge.
So as the fight progresses, he asks for more and more enemies before giving a bomb. But at the start of the fight, we just want to feed him one enemy and get 4 bombs off the start. 4 bombs is all you need to finish this fight. So in this case, we do want to just get all 4 bombs before attacking Large Fry, just so we're all good. Nice. And if we just toss the bomb, it should cause him to go down. And if we shake the bombs, it diffuses them, so we can use them for later. There we go.
And that's a quick kill. There we go. That is a lot harder than it looks, because you have to be very meticulous about your bomb setups. You need to like not accidentally kill an enemy. You need to make sure you don't accidentally bonk a bomb. Have to defuse them, and it's also kind of random because like in order for Wario to stop trying to defuse a bomb, you have to wait for the motion controls to tell that you've stopped shaking. So that's kind of random too, because motion controls. But no, we got it. So yeah.
There we go. Nice. Each runner has their own different way of doing this fight, though. It's kind of interesting to say the least. It'd definitely be a bit of a weird
this
one.
Fight
like,
is,
I do it completely different.
For a lack of a better word, a curse word show. If anything goes wrong, like it's just such a crapshoot. If you mess up anything, you're better off restarting.
Very much so, because you don't want to go through the long phase of the fight, because there's a lot of attacks that can take a while to get through. And I think while we're just chilling here and getting through the menu, it might be a good time to get our donation in potentially.
Yeah, we don't care about coins anymore. We have enough to buy Area 4, and so now we just need to blitz through and get comfy. So Area 4, get your cat donations in. Or also haven't heard any donations from anyone who thinks that the Shake Dimension is a better name than Shake It. So I'm guessing Shake It's just a better name. Am I right? All right. Let's see. But yeah, feel free to go in.
Yeah, well, we do have a $25 donation by one of the friends of the community, Nuclear Reaction.
Oh, hey,
Nukes says, Kirbymastah, you are an incredible fountain of knowledge in a wide array of speed games. Thank you so much for all the work you put into so many games throughout the years, and thank you for being such a wonderful friend. Take this cat as good luck on your run.
Thank you very much. Shout out to Nukes for her community and being an awesome streamer and doing a great job of hosting this AGDQ too. Awesome community. Also has one of the most amazing cats out there. But yeah, keep at it with the donations.
Yeah, the GDQ Cat Crew is coming out in full force. $250 from Swabby. Says, glad I was able to have time to watch my favorite streamers run. Thank you to Kirby, the staff, and all the runners for making this event possible, and good luck to all. Donation goes to Announcer's Choice. Well, thank you for that contribution towards the difficulty upgrade for Sailor Moon, currently sitting at around $3,500 out of $15,000. Y'all are doing great. Keep it up.
Thanks a lot, Swabby. Another cool viewer.
And Ryan with $50 says, my cat's name is Mickey, and he used to drink from his water bowl by scooping the water in his paw and drinking it from out his paw. Cats are just wonderful creatures. Their behavior is astounding. Thank you, Ryan. We also have $25 from Dirk Mathis. They say, cat donations. My roommate has a cat named Vader, who is an absolute terror. But I'm happy to donate in his honor. Shoutouts to all the staff and runners making this event happen, to all the donators watching and chatting who are crushing these donations, and to the marble with the screaming man inside. Thank you very much.
All right, we have the escape sequence. Pretty straightforward. This level did kind of introduce a gimmick with the flowers. They're, fun fact, they're called Venus Skytraps.
Yeah, they're great.
The name is amazing. Like those right there, those are all Venus Skytraps. So yeah, the red ones,
two
they...
variations. Yeah, the red one, well, the red pinky ones, they close up immediately after you stand on them. But the yellow ones, they take like about, I think, 5 seconds. A bit just to close up, which is, completely fine. So good.
This interesting little gimmick, because like when they do try to eat you, you have to time of dodging them, but they become a temporary platform you can jump off of, which we will see that again later in Area 4. So honestly, one of the cooler gimmicks, I think. And then also the name helps a lot, Venus Skytrap, because they eat.
They eat Wario.
They literally eat enemies. There's actually a secret stage of the mission called Feed 5 Enemies to Venus Skytraps. And that was honestly a lot of fun to route out, because it's like, how do you optimally like do as little as possible to knock like 4 enemies into like 2 Venus Skytraps at the same time?
Yeah, just feeding the plants is always good, you gotta keep those plants healthy, right?
Yep. Instead of save or kill the animals, we gotta feed the Venus Skytraps. Am I right? All right. Save the plants. Save the Skytraps. But yeah, we have an auto-scroller, but like, we don't care about coins.
Yeah, so we can literally just chill now. But the only difficult part with this one is just the boss at the end, but I think we've got a good time to get more donations in.
Yes. Go all in. I want to hear all of the cat names.
Love to hear it. Thank you. We got $25 from Takaze. They said, cats, I have 3. Booties, Zelda, and Loki. Booties is a good boy who's always sitting with me while watching the run. Zelda cries for attention, and Loki is mischievous and always hungry. Oh, that's adorable. Thank you so much. And let's see, we also have... we have Monkey the Tabby Cat. We have the cat themselves donating with $50. They say, I'm a cute tabby cat. Every year my daddy and mommy watch GDQs and donate to those awesome causes in my name. I'm very proud and also want to thank all the wonderful humans for organizing, speedrunning, and donating. Well, thank you very much, Miss Monkey. We appreciate it. We've also got $50 from Courtney. They say, I'm not sure why we're doing cat donations, but here's $5 for all the cats I've ever lived with. Shout out to Sammy, Scratcher, Boomer, Loki, Squishy, Miles, Boo, Jono, Rolo, and Oreo. P.S. Squishy will be turning 18 this year. Oh, what a super lovely ancient cat. Thank you so much. We got Zach coming in with a $50 donation to the PCF. They say, my cat's Bill and Ned and want to say hi. What's up, Bill and Ned? How you doing? Appreciate it. I also have $25 from Spinda saying, donating for a black cat named Simkin and Her Majesty Meowcules, Queen of the Heating Pad. Oh, these are also adorable. Y'all keep it up. We also got $25 from the Sound Defense saying, good luck, Kirbymastah.
Thanks.
Yo, shake it up to the point where you can otherwise break it and then do not shake anymore. Prudent advice. Thank you so much.
Oh, I was so close. I was 1 hit away. I make it a personal goal to destroy all of his gray submarines. I've never done it before. I was 1 hit away. I had to hit the bottom one more time, but sad.
Would have been cool.
Sad. Anyways, yeah, we can have like time for 2 or 3 more, so keep at them.
Okie dokie. Got $25 from Pitaurus. Pitaurus. Easy for me to say. They say my cat's name is Brahms, and he's donating because he loves warm video game consoles, cozy laps, and speed runs, because they all go together. We've all been enjoying this awesome week of speed runs and charity with him on our laps. You all are amazing and keep up the awesome efforts. 2 million hype. =, up arrow _ up arrow =. That's a cat face. I just realized that. Thank you so much, the Taurus.
All right. We have probably, unironically, one of the hardest bosses in the game coming up. I have a very specific
final boss. This is the true final boss.
And okay, we never mentioned tilt controls. All of this is tilt controls, by the way.
Yeah.
Controls. So here we go.
This fight has both you and the buttons moving, so you have to. It's really awkward to say the least. See how it goes. Oh, unfortunate.
Oh yeah, this is not going well, unfortunately. We'll figure it out. Squeezing a few up there. Nope. Yeah. Okay, this was like the one thing I really wanted to go well, but that was a disaster. But you know, that's okay.
That's fine. As you can see, this fight is really difficult. It's probably one of the ones that wastes the most time in terms of run. It's really nasty to say the least.
Ideally, I destroyed the top button immediately. So like the moment I realized like half my torpedoes missed, I'm just like, whoa, this is not gonna end well. But you know, that's part of speedrunning, and yeah.
You can't always expect things to go well all the time.
Nope.
There's always going to be some level of error. But yeah,
Like-
I think the best way to hit the top button is basically keep yourself horizontal as much as possible.
Yeah, I think I tilted down a bit too much on accident. So like you want to be like mashing your torpedoes quickly, but like you also need to like keep the proper angle with your Wiimote at the same time. So it's pretty hard. A lot harder than mindless smashing.
It could definitely be a lot scary, especially if your hand's like shaking, if you're like dealing with nerves. Me, for example.
All right, there's a little bit of a skip here coming up, by the way. You're supposed to hit a switch to change the direction of the conveyor belt here, but instead, just a bit of damage boost lets us skip that.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. Interesting strategy, to say the least. But yeah, I think it saves like 7 seconds, or maybe like 5 to 7 seconds if you can do it well.
That's the rocket bucket. That's the first and only one we'll see in this run. There is a secret stage entirely devoted to using those rocket buckets, and it's like everyone either really likes it or really hates it, because the entire level is one like 6-minute escape sequence where all you do is use the rocket bucket with motion controls.
It's
I
such
like
an
it personally,
level. It's
but
really an interesting level.
It's very interesting and very fun, but also very difficult. And fun fact, you can one-trip that 100% as well. So, yeah, very tight. This level is a lot more interesting typically in other categories, but like since we don't care about like the secret map or any of the treasures or coin sources, it's kind of not a very interesting map. Level, I mean,
slow.
But like you're just kind of bottlenecked by all these platforms you're waiting on anyways. But it is what it is. Whichever area is last, as I mentioned, is bound to be the least interesting in the speedrun for this game, and that just happens to be area 4. But, hey, that's okay. Yeah, all these points we're skipping, because we don't care. Okay. But yeah, there's a free gold coin you can get here. Oh wait, I already got it, never mind.
Oh, you grabbed it.
I apparently got it, yeah. Oh well.
I jump over that to avoid that.
This music is like so interesting because it's like so janky, but it also just makes you feel like you have to panicking and trying to get out. Honestly, the OST in this game is fantastic in general. I just love the music in this game. This is like honestly one of my all-time favorite platformers. Like, yeah.
The soundtrack definitely makes it very enjoyable to come back and speedrun all the time, just because you get to, I don't know, even though you don't get to listen to the songs for very long because you're just in and out of the levels like really quickly, but you know, it's still nice to listen to the soundtrack because it's very enjoyable with how it plays. It's pretty good.
Speaking of soundtracks, get your cat jams ready because yo, this bass music here.
It won't be
Do. Oh, don't mention that. Don't spoil it, please. Why you gotta be so rude? Why do I have in commentary?
Don't worry, we got a bit of time.
There's a secret map there.
Bit of an interesting one. Like, there's a lot of secret maps that are out of the way and you have to spend quite a bit to get to them, but that one's just right in your path. So it's basically just a free secret map.
Yeah, these are the Venus Sky traps we mentioned earlier.
Go. Oh, that's a turkey jerk. You do not want to get hit by that stone, otherwise you just get eaten by one of the Venus Sky traps immediately. It's pretty nasty to say the least.
Do. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, you can barely make that with 2 logs. So I'm glad I made that.
Alright, those 2 enemies there. Short Fuse and a Boom Denier, some really interesting ones. Short Fuse is a tiny little cannon enemy, and the Boom Denier is the one on the top. Has a little bandinero enemy inside, which is one of those red enemies. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, banding arrows are these things, by the way.
Yeah, those are bandineers.
Yep.
And there's the gold one up there as well.
This game really likes making you bully them. Those poor banding arrows. We get comfy and just run to the end, so we can squeeze in another quick donation or 2.
All right, you got $25 from Raider Monkey. This cat donation. My cat's name is Cumberbund. Me and wife inherited him from my best friend's grandma a few years ago. He's a grumpy old man, but loves snuggles. Aww. We also have $25 from Jordan. They say my partner's cat is Mistopheles, and though normally a complete terror, he's currently cuddled with us on the couch enjoying this excellent run. You hear that, Kirby? Kirby loves cats, and cats love Kirby. It's fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right, we got an interesting fight coming up. This used to be my least favorite. I still want to say it's a favorite, but it's definitely a lot more involved and interesting. It basically, there's going to be a very specific way that I stun the boss. It's also kind of a shout out to a Yoshi's Island boss that you shove a pot. Same idea, except a lot more involved in that.
This boss's strategy's completely changed over the past couple of weeks. It's completely changed. Like, we've got a completely different way of fighting this boss. Shout outs to Sky in Prison for figuring this out, to be fair, and then just relaying the information to us. It's really cool how this new fight works. So basically, off the start here, we want to, first enough, deal the first damage straight to the boss. And we want to hold on to this Bandonero for a long time. So there's a little enemy there called a Bumble Prod. We have to jump over, and then once it spawns an enemy, which is known as, I think it's, I don't remember what the enemy's called. A little scorpion. I'm just going to call it Scorpion for now. But yeah, we use the Scorpion, and we have to wait for another wind cycle, and then there'll be 2 extra Bandoneros that'll spawn from the boss. We need to throw 2 of these enemies straight at the boss as quickly as possible to prevent the boss from doing the barrier phase.
That is very important, getting those quickly.
It's very, but otherwise we have to wait like a cycle with some extra enemies, which can be quite slow to say the least. There we go. And yeah, we snipe the boss over the barrier, which saves an extra bit of time from not having to wait for some Bumble Prods to spawn. But yeah, and there we go. We can just finish out the fight normally. We can show you the Bumble Prods because we'll have to finish this fight anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll show you this phase that we skip.
We're going to do this exact same attack pattern anyway, so...
There's the Boom De Niro and the Bon De Niro inside, and the Bumble Prods.
This is the attack we skipped with that snipe.
Although I don't think this strategy would fully work when it comes to 100% like missions, because you do skip over 2 of them, and they're required for the mission as far as I know.
And that's that's the boss. So, I mean, a little slower than I like, but like, you know, got the strat, showcase it, so whatever.
So good. And after this fight, we're going to have to reset once we see the save box, just to make sure we can skip a cutscene, because that cutscene takes, I think,
Excuse me?
What happened there? What? Did you press them both at the same time? That should have worked.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I didn't press them 1 and 2 at the same time. Oh, well.
That's unfortunate. That's fine then. All right, yeah. So all we have to do is wait for the save box and then reset the console, just so we could skip watching a long cutscene. The cutscene, I think, takes upwards of about 45 seconds to a minute, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
Don't remember how long the cutscene itself is, but I believe the reset itself saves around 20 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. So it's pretty good.
And like, I am playing the digital version on my Wii U, which saves a lot of time from loads. But playing a Wii game on the Wii U is effectively playing it in Wii mode, just faster. But this game is a game that was originally released on the Wii.
Yeah.
We couldn't tell from the Wii mode, but yeah.
All right, the Shake King.
Shake King fights. Last boss, let's go. Time will be coming up in like 2 or 3 minutes, so keep that in mind.
All right, so for this boss, it's fairly scripted, so a lot of the patterns are quite predictable, so we can at least predict what we need to do. In the case of me and Kirby, we do this fight a little bit differently, but we have the strategy so it always lines up the exact same every time we play this boss. It's all good. A couple of optimizations I'm still working on this fight, but it's completely fine. Hopefully we'll be able to showcase one of them here. All right, we slam the boss into the wall, and then we have to skip a fireball phase, wait for our charge to come back, and then we have to wait for Shaking to go blue so we can cancel that attack and throw him straight back into the wall. There we go. And then there's an attack here, which we can just wait for. There is one where we can avoid having to wait for a fireball phase. Sliding under, and then, oh, that's unfortunate. But that's fine. So that's basically how the strategy works. We wanted to slam him straight back into the right wall, basically, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But yeah, that's this one, we just jump over the boss, which prevents him from going to the left side. Usually the Shake King goes to the opposite side of the screen. But in this case, he just goes straight back into the wall because we were on the opposite side of him. There we go. And we're on the second phase of the fight. This is very difficult. A lot of, pretty much all of his all of the Shake King's attacks do either 1 or 2 hearts. Every single attack, normal attack does 1 heart, which can be very devastating. 5 hits is enough to kill Wario. And then there's also a massive laser beam attack, which does 2 hearts. So you can succumb to 3 of those hits. So you
yeah, this really laser attack is really clever, honestly, because it's like the devs knew everyone would just try to hide in the corners. They're like, ha, we know you just try to hide in the corner. We'll just shoot a bigger laser and just zap you. The devs knew what they were doing with this game. Like, they have all the controls in the right places.
All right, so we can cancel that fireball phase, and we've got some electric balls, which need to be careful for. But Kirby gets hit on purpose here for his strategy. In my case, I go far left and wait on that side of the screen, and then I try to slide through a couple of the electric balls to not get hit. But I suppose everyone's strategy is different, which is all good, you know? It's nice to have a bit of variability. All right, for doing that hit there, we basically just do 3 ground pounds on the Shake King in order to get him to immediately start running into a wall. So it's pretty good, but yeah. Before we knew about that, we basically had to like time the attacks to basically jump as he ran by. But in the case of that, we were informed of a strategy that could be better for us, which, you know, is really good. And I'd have to, yeah, it was really good. I think it was Reptilian Tony that first.
It's coming up now.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I think that was a 123.43. But
it's all good. That was a really good run. You showcased some really, really good tricks there.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. And there's also some nice animation at the end as well.
Yeah, that's GG. We've got business to take care of. Yes, we do. I need to give shout-outs because I forgot I was supposed to give some shout-outs to some core people and older runners, especially during an auto-scroller, which I forgot. But we kind of got smothered with cat donations, which, yeah, that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Wario doesn't care about the queen. He just wants the bag. Anyways,
that's all he cares about.
One of the big reasons I ran this game was because of Flip. He was the original OG runner of this game. I don't think he's really around anymore, but like that's life. I don't mean that in like he died away. I mean he's just not around in the community nowadays, which is fine. But he made his own segmented run on Speed Demo's archive back in the day, like over 10 years ago, and commentated it as well, and wrote the original coin route for this game. And that was actually one of the things that got me interested in keeping up with the speed run. Very old runner, and then he actually did his own run for this game. An AGDQ, I think it was the first AGDQ ever, which was 2011. That is over a decade ago, and there's been a lot that's happened obviously since then. I'm really glad to be able to be the one to showcase this, because this game has not ever been ran ever since Flip's run. And there's been a lot of development since then, but like all of this wouldn't have been possible without his initial segmented run, his AGDQ run, and the work he put into this game. And the second major person I wanted to give a shout out to was, I almost said Makuyama. Oh, shout out to Makuyama too. He's a nerd. Sega Junkie. He was the one who basically picked up this game after Flip and is the one who came up with the 1, 2, 3, 5, 4 routes. He's the one who gave the coin route an overhaul using a lot of data from like my 100% segmented run and also like other ILs. So he actually was like the one who gave them the coin route an overhaul to make the routes 1, 2, 3, 5, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he pretty much updated the Speed Demo's archive run and had the record for some time too. And again, this run wouldn't be where it is today if it weren't for him, Sega Junkie, and Flip. So shout outs to both of them for kind of being the major pioneers for this game, honestly. And shout outs to McCraezy as well for joining me on the commentary. It's really early in the morning for him, and he's also just another great runner who's had the record for some time and bopped me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's fine. But
yeah,
thank you for that.
Okay. The competition's cool. Healthy competition is always a-okay. But like,
it's always fun.
Yeah, competition's good, but I also do want to make a point to say that like what you see isn't just me, it's more of a community effort. So like Flip, Sega Junkie, McCraezy, and everyone else who, if I start listing names, I'm not going to because I'm going to forget someone. This is a combined effort of minor to major contributions from so many people. And I'm proud to be able to showcase not just what I did with this run, but what other people have contributed to this game as a whole. So yeah, shout outs to the community for that, and everyone who's been able to contribute, whether it be really small IL strats or boss strats or helping with coin routing and so on. And oh yeah, by the way, we have some betray. We have someone who was kind of sus. Poor Wario. But yeah, that's gonna be all the shoutouts I have. And also, finally, shoutouts to Iggy for being our host and for taking the time to sit through one of my runs as well to have an idea of what the run looks like, and also having a fantastic Wario impression. Thank you. And finally, thanks to all of you guys, bleh, talking's hard. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. All of you for donating and for making this marathon a possibility in the first place. So yeah, thanks a lot for commentating. Crazy, thanks for hosting, Iggy, and thanks GDQ for having me over. If you can find me, I also stream like other games such as like Fire Emblem and Sonic nowadays, and other speedruns and challenge playthroughs or randomizers as well. Crazy, feel free to plug yourself a bit too.
Well, I stream on my Twitch channel, which goes by twitch.tv/McRaezy, and then TheMcRaezy, and then I just I guess I do speedruns every so often, and I just do casual games every so often as well. It's always good.
Yeah. So feel free to give both of us a follow if you like our voices or are interested in our content or whatnot. But
We'd be happy to help.
Yeah. And yeah. So thanks a lot for having us, and I think that's gonna be it for now.
And thank you, Kirbymastah, and thank you, McCready, coming together, making that run not just an incredible time, but just a wholesome experience for everyone involved. Thank you so much. And yeah, let me go ahead and do the Wario voice one more time just for Kirby because he mentioned it. Is a me, a Wario. No, it's not. It's not the voice. It's not the voice. Got $25 from Arista saying, watch the super fun run with my fluffy calico cat, Aloy. Good luck and remember, stay positive. How adorable is that? Thank you so much. The late night GDQ cat crew, simply phenomenal. Simply phenomenal. Hey, we got more speedrunning action coming up in just a little bit after these messages, so please join us. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Awesome Games Done Quick 2020 Online, otherwise known as Awesome Cat Names, Cute Cat Names Cutely. Games Done Quick is proudly sponsored by Fangamer. Fangamer, video game merchandise company, now shipping worldwide with branches in both Japan and Europe. Sales of GDQ merch benefit the Prevent Cancer Foundations, so check out their AGDQ 2022 collection at fangamer.com/GDQ. I recommend those foil badges because when the sunlight hits them, your office becomes a kaleidoscope of GDQ goodness. So pick one up and help with Prevent Cancer Foundation. All right, every people, my time here with you for this event has come to an end. But we can't be too sad, though, because it is the last of the event, and you just know we're going to be pulling out all the stops, guaranteed to make this event simply the greatest GDQ ever, especially with all of your support. Thank you all so much. Keep those donations coming, keep smashing those incentives, and keep the love going, all you cuties and kittens. And please give the warmest welcome to the sweetie I ever did meet, the Kyle Thomas, as I hand the host desk over to him. He's going to be taking care of you, so chat and your cats, take care of him. Much love. Hope to catch you all in the summer. And once again, it's the last day, y'all. Get hype! Less than 3.
Hello there, everyone. I am the Kyle Thomas. So good to be here with you tonight, this morning. What is it? It's a little bit of something for everybody. Welcome to the late night GDQ stream. At least it's late night where I am. Wherever you are, I want you to join these late night vibes. Come in with us. Get cozy. Get hydrated. It's going to be great. We're in for some amazing games coming up here soon. Let me just pull up these donations. Sure, let's just see what's been going on in the donations. Surely nothing. Let's see here. A cat donation. I see a cat. Another cat donation. Oh, we love cats here, don't we? I like seeing this. In fact, little surprise for you. I have my cat Waffles Bellini sitting right here next to me. She looked up when I said her name. Isn't that wonderful? Look at all these cat names. We've got a $5 donation from Mate. They say hello from Brazil, and from my cat Engels, my first pet best roommate, and cockroach killer. Look at that. Multitasking cat. You love to see it. Gosh, all this love coming in from all of your cats, all of their names. What a fun thing to do today. And what a great Wario run that was. We've got some love coming in from that. From Wow for $250. And their comment says, for Wario, for Sailor Moon, for to earn, for everyone here fighting cancer together. Thank you all. Well, thank you. Wah. Look, I can't do a Wario.